Hey everyone, welcome back. Our next guest is a holistic resources facilitator and consultant. She is also the creator of Bronx Holistic Healing, and through her curated events, she offers exposure to holistic healing and wellness modalities to all Bronxites to help balance mind, body, and soul. Here to share more is Bronx Holistic Healing creator, Abena Anum. Hello and welcome.
Thank you. Hello. Greetings.
Thank you for being here with us. This is actually a topic that is dear to my heart. So thank you for bringing it to the Bronx and offering it to our community. And let's just talk about your journey, because from what I read here is like you spent a lot of time traveling to like different boroughs to obtain this knowledge, and then realize that there's people here in the Bronx that offer these services as well. And now you've taken it upon yourself to facilitate these events. So let's just talk about that journey really quick.
Certainly. So I would attend a lot of events in Brooklyn and in Manhattan, and I was always encountering people who lived in the Bronx. And I said, enough is enough. We need to have some things in the Bronx. I don't want to always get on the train and go under tunnels, for these kinds of events and experiences. So I knew a lot of holistic healers that were in the Bronx, but then I would see them doing events in Manhattan and Brooklyn. So basically, in 2012, there was a shop that wanted to do a health and wellness event. So I was what you call a professional volunteer. I volunteered at a lot of different events. So I said, okay, this is going to be my first one. And I just contacted the different practitioners that I know. So we had yoga demonstrations, we had foot reflexology, we had massage. And what I remember about that day in January was that the owner said that they were glad that it snowed because they didn't think they could accommodate any more people. And from then on, Bronx Holistic Healing was born.
Well, congratulations on even acknowledging how needed it is. And let's talk a little bit about these holistic modalities, these alternative modalities, because I introduced you in balancing mind, body, soul, and so there's pretty much really there's no one way to get to that place of wellness. And so the fact that you're offering these events that are teaching people to self-sustain. Let's just talk about all of these different aspects that are being provided on a regular basis, no less, right? Because I understand you also conduct like a weekly virtual series.
Yes, so every Thursday I have what is called Transformation Thursdays, and that's been happening since November of 2020. And I'm about to have week 90, so it's always amazing that I found about 90 people who are willing to come on a Zoom on a Thursday and talk about holistic topics that they're very, very passionate about. So basically, I've been very interested in offering opportunities for Bronx-based, primarily Bronx-based practitioners to share their information, to share their wealth of knowledge, to help improve people's lives.
And so, what are these practices that we're referencing? I mean, you shared a little bit about foot reflexology and yoga, and but there's more to it. There's crystals, there's chakras. Like, let's just share with our viewers like everything that's really being discussed, because again, there is no one way. However, if they don't know about it, then they're unaware.
So we do discuss chakras and crystals. I like to say I need crystal buyers anonymous, and we discuss the use of essential oils. Aromatherapy I found to be a very, very powerful modality, as well as the foot reflexology and massage. Every time I get a massage, I say to myself, why don't I do this like every week? This is such an important tool in self-care. And basically, when coordinating events, I think of empowerment, not just telling people, okay, this is the pill that you would take, you would do this 2 or 3 times a day, but to empower people, to let them know that the power is in their hand. I like to say that choice is our superpower. So I like to have people leave the events with information that they can use to improve their wellness.
And so why have you chosen to make this your mission? Was there something that happened to you that made you become, more knowledgeable of these practices and understanding that it's something again that I think more people need to be exposed to, which is why I'm glad we have you on air sharing these services that you offer.
I want to say years ago, I contracted chickenpox and I was already an adult. And it was the middle of the summer and I had chickenpox. And you can imagine it being August, it's not a very comfortable feeling. So one of the things that I first learned about
How many years
was
ago was that?
herbs.
How many years ago was that?
Oh, I want to say it was about 21 years ago, 21,
21 years.
22 years ago.
Okay. I just
Yes.
want to clarify. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was definitely an adult when I contracted chickenpox. And so I learned about herbs. I was at some event in the park and someone was talking to me about echinacea, which I had never heard of before. And that really kind of opened the door. And from then I learned about essential oils. And then I learned about massage and just began experiencing different things. And it really just opened my eyes and definitely made a shift. And so I look back at that as like the turning point. That's what really, really got me on this path.
Right. It's about being proactive with self and not being so reliant on somebody else's diagnosis, right? Obviously, we have specialists. That's what the doctors are there for, to really bring in the science factor of it. But there's other aspects to our existence, right? And so I'm really glad that, and thank you for sharing and being transparent about what motivated you into not only discovering these modalities for yourself, but now making it your mission to pass it forward. I mean, we happen to be going through a very trivial time right now with this monkeypox, and nobody's suggesting that this is going to heal that or prevent you from getting it, but the idea is that you remain proactive in making sure that your immune system is stimulated, and that requires every form of attention, right? Especially as you age, and when you age, your body needs assistance.
Absolutely. The body that you have at 40 is not the same one that you have at 13. But there are things that you can do to maintain and keep your vitality up. So I just like to say that you definitely have the choice. And one thing that I do with my events, people say, oh, you do health fairs. I don't do health fairs. I like to say these are healing and wellness experiences because we don't have what you might see at a typical fair, someone doing the diabetes screening or the blood pressure screening, because for me, sometimes that's already putting it out there that you're sick and that you already have a condition. So with the healing and wellness experiences that I do, we have people who can speak on things that you can do to strengthen yourself, to build up your immunity, the things that you can do to improve your wellness.
Well, we thank you for bringing it here to our viewers. I do want to mention once again, she does have a free weekly virtual series on Zoom on Thursdays at 7 p.m. That is Abena. Anum, Bronx Holistic Healing Creator. And if you're interested in participating in these free weekly virtual series on Zoom, you can visit them on IG at Bronx Holistic Healing. And for upcoming events and more, you can visit bronxhealing.com, not .wix.com/my site. All
Yes,
right.
BronxHolisticHealing.wix.com slash
There
my
you
site. It's a bit of a mouthful.
go. Well, thank you for repeating it. I'm sure they probably needed it in case they were writing it. All right, you guys. Once again, that was Abena Anum from the Bronx Holistic Healing. Stay tuned because Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.